Okay guys, so here we are, Softail Street Bob with a stage 2 kit. It's my bike if you don't already know that, but we'll do a quick walk around. If you're new to the channel then you won't have seen this before, but every bike review I do a little walk around. So 107 engine, Milwaukee 8, stage 2 kit, TBR 2-into-1 exhaust, Screaming Eagle breather, and a Screaming Eagle torque cam. She is a beaut. Right, let's get this show on the road. Okay, so let's just see what she sounds like. And if you're new to the channel, you will have not heard this before, but it's actually very throaty and very nice. Now we will we'll take off now because there is a car coming and I want to get in front of them. So like I said guys, this is just going to be a ride review on the track that I always go on. I'm hoping there's not going to be too much traffic, so we'll try and put this bike through its paces. I've got new tyres on this bike. They are Pirelli Night Dragons. They are well running now. I've done probably 200 miles on them, so they should be running enough to give it a bit of beans. Little bit of background. Had a stage 1 to begin with, which was just the two brothers and the breather with the tuner, and yeah, it was great. But then I thought, well, let's put a torque cam in there and see how that goes, and trust me guys, I am not disappointed. Worth getting a stage 3? Well, you're going to get a little bit more torque and all that sort of stuff and a bit more power, but honestly in this little bike, you know, because it is a small bike and it is light, I don't know really if you need it. I mean, that's not to say you don't need it, it's up to you, but I don't personally think I really need a stage 3. So guys, I can't see what the speed I'm doing at all, so we'll just have to kind of wing it if I can, but let's hope there's not a lot of traffic about, and yeah, let's get to it in 3, 2, 1. And what I love about this stage 2 is you can literally pull away in any gear and it's just power, tons of torque, tons of power, which is great for coming in and out of corners. You can just really push the throttle when you need it. And we are away, 5th gear. I can't see what we're doing, 80. Oh, a lot of rubbish on the road. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's open her up a bit more. Get her up to a decent speed. 90 now. And it's just tons more power if you want it. Woo! Alright, slow down a little for this corner. Drop it down. Get it nice and low. Woohoo! We are away. Right, I have to be careful on this corner. There's always grit on this corner. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! Here we go. Whoa! I've caught that traffic up already. That must have been well over 100 then. Right, let's drop her down a few. And it's just that throaty throat that you get with it. You've got to be careful with that rear tyre because it does want to slide out. But I have noticed actually with these new tyres that it feels more grippy. So once I do a proper review, we'll get that out of the way, but it does feel better. I must say it does feel a lot better. Alright, let's take her into the bendies. What you do get with this, with the torque cam, is a lot more torque, and you really do feel it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the stage 1 and on the 107, but this thing now, it's just, it almost wants to wheelie, and which is a great feeling. But you know, you can really hammer this bike now, and it just, any time you brake, you can just pull away and be straight back up the speed. No sweat. Wait, I need to change. Hey, I need to changed the suspension on this bike back to, I think, setting 2, because it's a little bit jumpy and bumpy. But so I can just, woohoo, tyre come round a little bit then. Yeah, baby, I haven't done this track with this bike for a long time, and definitely without the stage 2, before the stage 2. So this is the first time with the stage 2, and I must say I'm definitely creaming it now. Tyres are a little twitchy, still a little bit twitchy in the bends. I need to wear down those walls a little bit more, I think. But then pull away. Woo! That was 80. No need to worry about the jump today, but we will hit it at about 60, because that's what we always do. Woohoo! And whoa! Humpback Bridge coming up. This might be the quickest track time on record to date. Careful over this bridge. Right, let's go into 3rd gear and see what revs, what max revs we get in 3rd gear if we're lucky enough. We're not going to be lucky. 98 in 3rd gear, baby. That's not bad. That really is not bad. Woo! Just in time, just in time. Well, guys, there you have it. That was a very, very exhilarating ride, and totally worth the money. And it's such a cheap, you know, mod, really. I mean, for that little tiny cam, you know, you get so much more sort of feeling, like the power, the feeling, the torque, you know, it's all there. And you know, I was kind of expecting it not to be quite as dramatic as it is. You know, I don't want to think people to think that it's, you know, a bloody crazy difference, because it's not crazy, but it makes this bike real crazy. I said crazy about 4 or 5 times then, but you know, it's got the overtaking capability in any gear. You know, we can just rip past this guy in like just flat out bang. You know, right, you can see the speedo now up to 90 or 80 there, and it's just lots of power and torque all the way up through the revs. You don't really feel that you're losing any torque until you get right up there, which is obviously what you want. So if we talk about just the stock bike for a second, so the stock bike with the 107 Milwaukee 8, there is nothing wrong with that engine whatsoever. You feel so much power and torque just out the box. You know, it's a really good engine, and in this bike here, it's because it's so light, you know, you can really feel that power. And then with the stage 1, it goes up again, and it just, with the stage 1, it makes the bike feel like it can breathe. Everything feels more loose and open, and just more, everything's a bit more relaxed. You do feel the power difference, definitely. Not so much with the torque, I didn't really feel that, but definitely there's more power further on up the revs with the stage 1. But with the stage 2, with the torque cam put in, my god, it's a different beast. And I've said it before, but it is a different beast. It sounds more aggressive. The throttle is just super hair trigger. I mean, you've only just got to touch that throttle and it is away. The only problem with the stage 2 or 3 or 4 on this bike is the fuel consumption. I did a video on that, which I'll put up here somewhere, about a couple of months ago now, and yeah, there's roughly 100 miles in this tank at a push, you know, right on the limit there. So that's not great, but what you are compromising in distance is serious amounts of fun, and you know, for how much it actually costs, it's really worth doing if you can afford it. I think, you know, if I ever buy another bike from Harley, instant sort of thing would be to put a stage 2 straight on it. It's that good. You know, the pipes are nice and they give it a nice sound, but honestly with that cam it really does change the whole bike, from being a nice sort of nippy cruiser to a full-on crazy wild beast, you know. And you know, I might sound like I'm bigging it up a little bit, but it really does make it that good, you know. I mean, with the stock tires on it, it was a bloody dangerous bike, to be honest. I must say these Pirellis, they're doing pretty well. They're still a little bit twitchy in the corners. I could feel the steering getting a little light around the back end, but that's just because the sides aren't really worn in enough yet. Anyway guys, I hope this has been interesting. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. I'm going to leave it there. Quick sort of review. I mean, you guys that have been watching me from the start, it's a bit of a, not a boring one, but I've done this a bit, you know, I've done this one quite a few times now, but I haven't done my bike on the track, and I just thought I would give it a go and have a bit of fun. I promise there is more to come, and it won't just be me going around the track for the next, you know, 3 months. I am going to do other things, but for now I've got some bike reviews coming out, and you know, test rides, all that sort of stuff, because of the weather, trying to get cramming as many vlogs as I can into one day. But once spring really hits and we get summer going, we can really enjoy the scenery and riding our bikes. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please give me a like and a subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Street Bobber Vlogger, woo!